Memorial Day is a day to honor and remember all of our nation's fallen military members. And this year, many have a focus on our World War II veterans as we approach the 80th anniversary of D-Day on June 6th. Sergeant John Daly from Blue Earth, Minnesota, made it through D-Day and spent time in Sioux Falls once the war ended. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Lauren Solich brings us his story through the eyes of his son.
Somewhere in France, dear Dad and all the family.
A soldier's letters sent home from the war front.
By the grace of God, I'm able to write this letter to you. Without his help in the last few days, I never would have been possible. I believe I said more prayers on the 6th of June than I have my whole life.
Those are words written by Sergeant John Daly, now read by his son, Mike Daly, 80 years later.
He went through the whole European and Mediterranean theater during World War II. He started in North Africa, traveled with Patton all the way across. Then he was a part of the invasion of Sicily into Italy. Then from there he went to England and prepared for D-Day, and then left on June 5th and landed on June 6th. On the beach, and kind of the rest of this is the history of it.
A history that Mike Daly keeps preserved in his basement with pictures of the views his dad saw and items he carried with him.
He was in the 20th Combat Engineers, which is a group that is assigned, and main job is building bridges, clearing minefields, blowing up enemy areas of defense so that the infantry could then move forward.
Mike Daly says 50 to 60% of his dad's unit was killed on D-Day. These are Sergeant Daly's thoughts from that day.
I came through the big day without a scratch, although there were many, many times when I thought my time was up. It's the closest I've been to being an ex-soldier. Hitler used to have certain names on the bullets as to who they were for, but now he just writes, "To whom it may concern." I hope I never have to go through another day like this as long as I live.
John Daly left the war and returned home in August of 1945. He got married and started a family, but in 1951 he contracted polio and died.
That's a tough part. That's the irony. I think of his story. You would obviously have wished that things turned out better that way, but he defended our country.
Mike Daly was just 1 year old when his dad died, but that doesn't mean he didn't know his father.
The way I know Dad is through his letters. I know his personality. I know he liked to tell jokes even in the middle of all of this. I know that he cared deeply about his faith. I know that family was everything to him. I know he liked to play pool.
He was his hero.
There were a lot of heroes in that war, and we're proud of him.
A sentiment he hopes everyone can remember this Memorial Day and on the 80th anniversary of D-Day.
When you have had a family member go through doing what he did to allow the rest of us to have the liberties we do, that's pretty special. And it's a reminder to us that a whole bunch of people sacrificed a whole lot for the United States to be what it is.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Lauren Solich.
We thank you all for your sacrifice. Sergeant Daly's unit was awarded a Presidential Unit Citation for the heroism they had on D-Day. Mike Daly is a former SDSU football coach who now lives in Sioux Falls.